What's kicking y'all? Kwikpanik here, and I am back in gear, don't you? Have no fear. And today we're going to open up some Primal Burst. So Primal Burst is the new set that was just released in Duel Links, I guess sometime last night or this morning, because I didn't know. Let's see, that was this morning. So I woke up this morning and I saw that the new packet dropped, and I didn't know what was going to be in it. And then I looked at the preview, and holy Toledo. I had, like, these cards. These are some of my favorite archetypes. Like, I love Volcanics, and Volcanic Rocket is in here. I did not expect that. First off, he's a 1900, but he's also like a Stratos because he lets you search for a Blaze Accelerator, which we got too. I haven't looked through the whole set, but looks like we got... Did I see Volcanic Shell somewhere? Yeah, Volcanic Shell, Blaze Accelerator. I need to open some packs, so let's open some packs together, and we'll go over the set here. Looks like there's some Dark Worlds, Gem-Knights. I see Dark Nephthys. That's crazy. That's crazy to me. I can't believe some of this stuff is being released in here. All right, first pack of Primal Burst, we got Blue Thunder. Blue Thunder is also another good card. Like, this would be a nice budget option with Wall of Disruption and, well, I guess Wall of Disruption and Mirror Wall aren't that budget, but they're old cards, which you should already have if you're playing this competitively. But this guy is amazing. When he destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can special summon a token that's 1500, and it's a Machine Light 4-star, and that's just pretty awesome. Phantom Dragon, I remember being a pretty decent card back when Gladiator Beasts were popular. So let's see. When your opponent special summons a monster, except during the damage step, you can special summon this card from your hand. 2 of your monster zones cannot be used. That's still... I mean, that's pretty decent. 2300 Dragon. If nothing else, it's tribute fodder. If anything, he's 2300. Since there's only 3 monster zones in Duel Links, I guess it makes him pretty underwhelming in most circumstances. Garroth, Lightsworn Warrior. He's an excellent card. He's 1850 Warrior, light, and he helps you mill through your deck. Which I don't know how that's going to go with Duel Links only having 20 to 30 cards. Maybe we'll start seeing more 30-card decks, and you can see Lightsworns running around. Diamond Dust Cyclone, that's a decent card. Arcus is a really great card. You can't target Lightsworn monsters with card effects. That means you too, so you can't give it equip cards or anything. But that's still pretty good, and he has the normal effect where you're milling at the end phase. And if you don't know what milling means, that means that you're sending cards from the top of your deck to the graveyard. And we got some Dark Worlds in here, and I don't think I saw any of the good ones like Silva and Gold, but... yeah, it looks like we got some of that in here. Third pack, we have Cloudians. Oh, hold on. Is Bamboo Sword in here? We need to look at that. This is a decent draw engine if you are playing like a turbo deck. Golden Ladybug, we just saw Weevil had that in the Battle City event. What super rares do we get? Dark Nephthys. Okay, okay. I'm so excited about this set because... there's just so many good cards here. But Dark Nephthys came out in Phantom Darkness, and that was a really big set for me. I started playing really competitively. Then it came out with Goblin Zombie, which is my favorite card, and it came out with Dark Arm Dragon, which is arguably one of my favorite cards too. But Dark Nephthys is amazing. If you have 3 or more dark monsters in your graveyard and this card is in your hand, you can banish 2 of them from your graveyard, send this card from your hand to the graveyard. Okay, so it sounds kind of like destroying your own Sacred Phoenix of Nephthys, right? During your next standby phase, after this card was sent to the graveyard by this effect, so you can't just send it to the graveyard, it has to be with its own effect, special summon this card from the graveyard. When this card is special summoned, target 1 spell or trap card on the field, destroy that card. So it doesn't blow the entire field, but all you have to do is have dark monsters in the graveyard, and you can special summon it next turn, which is pretty good, especially since it replaces itself when it pops a spell or trap. Well, pays for itself, not replaces itself. I'm just going to burn through all these. I like doing the sales initially when they are put up here with a new set. Let's pull some hollows, man. I was oh my gosh, so many. You guys want to see a Cloudian deck? I'll build a Cloudian deck for fun. I know I was going somewhere with something. It's so weird seeing the Gem-Knights here. That's a lot of Gem-Knight control. Gem-Knight support. Brawn, Mad King of Dark World. When this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can discard 1 card, so you can trigger your Dark World effects. Ooh, a holo. A fusion. Gem-Knight. The only Gem-Knights I know are Seraph Knight and Garnet. So this is interesting. Must be first fusion summon. Once per turn, you can send 1 Gem-Knight from your hand to the graveyard. Target 1 face monster. Oh! That's not bad at all. You can, ooh, Gem-Knight monster with a Thunder type, so you could use Thunder Dragon, since it's a free +1. Unless you draw both in your opening hand like I do. Cloudy and Turbulence. Brow's a good one. He lets you draw a card, plus another card if you're discarded from your hand to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect, which a lot of the Dark World support makes your opponent do. It'll, like, change their effect to, say, discard your opponent's card, and then you get to trigger your Dark World effect. I saw that we have Jirax in here. Garnet. Oh my gosh. Hey! What are you doing, man? What are you doing in my game? I thought I left you behind. Ooh, some more Six Samurai. Remove one Bushido counter from your side of the field to activate one of these effects. Target one monster your opponent controls, destroy it. Target one monster your opponent controls. One card your opponent controls, return that target to the hand. Not good. Lots of Cloudian support. Maybe I'm goofing up by skipping over it, not getting excited about that. I remember that guy. Citrine. Must first be fusion summoned. If this card attacks or attack, your opponent can act. Lazuli is another one that I know, just because it's a 1-star. And that goes into Link Karibo, but we don't have Link monsters here, do we? Another Arcus, Summon Cloud. I don't know what any of the Cloudian support does, so I'm not going to pretend to get hyped about it. Another Arcus, Broken Bamboo Sword. There you go, so that's the draw. You use Broken Bamboo Sword, and you equip it to a monster, and then you use Golden Bamboo Sword to draw 2 cards by sending that to the graveyard. So it just cycles through your deck. It's not like a plus or anything. Jane! All right. Sorry, I skipped over that. Jane Lightsword Paladin is pretty good. She only sends 2 at the end phase, but she also gets 300 attack boost during the damage step when you attack a monster. So not when the opponent attacks you. Look at all these. I want them to start giving me ultras. They know I'm going to buy it anyway, but whatever. I'll probably buy more from this set than I have any other set. Though Crimson got me buying a lot of packs because it had so much zombie support. Release from the Stone. This one looks kind of decent. I don't know what cards we have in Duel Links right now that allow you to banish rocks, but I did want to make that Bones deck with the Magnet Warriors, which are all rocks. Temple of the Six. I remember this one being kind of decent. Each time a 6-timer monster is normal summoned or special summon, place one Bushido counter on this card. Monster your opponent control, lose 100 attack. Okay, never mind. I'm thinking of a different card. Particle Fusion. Sorry, I'm not interested in the Gem-Knight stuff. Maybe I should be. Maybe I'm goofing. Opticlops. I remember he came out in Dark Crisis, and he was a cheap alternative to some other 1800 beaters that were in the game. Lajin was getting kind of hard to find at that point in the game. Shire. This one's okay. Ruby, what do? You look awesome. It has to be Garnet and a Gem-Knight monster. Must first be fusion summoned with the above fusion material monsters. Once per turn, you contribute 1 face-up gem monster. This card gains attack equal to that attack until the end phase. If this card attacks, inflict piercing. Oh. I mean, he's okay. This means shiny. Oh, I remember this guy. He came out as an ultra later. If it's discarded from your hand to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect, target 1 fiend monster on the field. Special summon this card from your graveyard and target gains. That is awful. Lila! Yes! Lila is my absolute favorite Lightsworn monster. Just because I played a lot of zombie decks in the day, right? And there was a version that ran like Chaos Sorcerer and Blackluster Soldier when it came off the list. We had like Glow Up Bulb. And it was just like a really cool toolbox deck. And you used Lila in charge of the Light Brigade. And eventually Raiden, the Lightsworn. But this one is awesome. So Lila is my favorite one. Probably the best Lightsworn in this pack. But you can target 1 spell or trap card your opponent controls. This card's battle position cannot be changed until the end of your next turn. Also change this card you control from face-up attack to face-up defense position. And if you do, destroy that target. Once per turn during your end phase, send the top 3 cards from your deck to the graveyard. So it's 1700, but it also gets to pop a card and then mill 3. Of course, we don't have Judgment Dragon, so I don't know how... Tri-Blaze. We need regular Blaze Accelerator. I don't know how in a hurry you are to mill through your deck. Citrine. Let's see what else we got. Lots of Jirax. Gwaiba's in here. I think... Oh, it's a super rare. Can we get a super rare Gwaiba? Mist Archfiend. So, I remember when this card came out, it was a secret rare. And I don't remember what set it was, but it was expensive just because it was a secret rare, and they were kind of hard to pull back in the day. You can normal summon this card without tributing. If you do during the end phase, it is destroyed and you take 1,000 damage. But that's 2,400 you can just plop on the field. It's a Dark Fiend, so there's plenty of support for that card. Maybe put it in a Bakura deck. I remember Harpy's brother that came out in Pharaoh's Servant. Blaze Accelerator, and it's glossy. I'm excited about this one because you search it off of Volcanic Rocket, but it says when you can target one monster your opponent controls, send one pyro monster with 500 or less attack from your hand to the graveyard, which would be Volcanic Shell, wherever he is, Volcanic Shell. And if you do destroy that target, you cannot declare an attack during the turn you activate this effect, but Volcanic Shell lets you add more of himself to your hand when he's in the graveyard. Gem-Knight Amber, I don't know what that does. Sage of Stillness. That doesn't seem that great. Another Blaze Accelerator, okay. Can we get some? Let's get a Rocket. Let's get a Rocket. I'd be so happy about that. I skipped this one. I don't know what it does. Destroy by battle. You can select one set card. Return. Nope, that is not good. That seems kind of decent. Confirm. Ceruli. Okay, so Ceruli came out in the Dark World structure deck that gave us all the good support, basically. But if this card is discarded from to the graveyard by a card effect, which is what all the Dark Worlds require, special summon this card from the graveyard to your opponent's side of the field in face-up defense position when this card is special summoned. So now this is being applied to you instead because your opponent is special. It's on your opponent's side of the field, right? If it is special summoned by the effect of a Dark World card, which it is, it's special summoning it by its own effect, your opponent must discard one card. So you special summon it to your opponent's side of the field and discard one of your cards, thus triggering one of your Dark World effects. So it's not a complete minus. Let's keep going. We're getting an Ultra Rare guaranteed. Let's see if we can get two. So the guaranteed one and whatever else we'll pull. I think this will be the last one, then we'll use gems and we'll call it a day. I'll open more packs off screen afterwards, but we'll talk about some of the cards after I finish up here. Aster, what are you showing your eyeballs for? There's nothing good here. I was taking advantage of the sale, which I highly recommend you do. At least the $1.99 sale part for all the packs, because it gives you a super rare at the very least. These are okay. I pulled a Brain Research Lab, and it was prismatic, so oh no, I can't get a prismatic that's good. This card looks beautiful. If this card attacks a face-up level 3 or lower monster, destroy the monster immediately. Yeah, that's terrible. Maybe it was good back when Spirit Reaper and Marshmallow were a problem. Tourmaline, you are awful. 16, 18. Remember when 1800 defense was really good in this game? Lich Lord. So this card recently got kind of expensive because of the Vendread support that's coming out, because they think this is going to be decent. I don't think so. I'm playing Vendreads whenever I play for funsies. But this isn't good, I don't think. If you tribute summon this card, the tribute must be dark. If this card is tributed by a card's effect and sent to the graveyard, it returns to the owner's hand. So they're thinking that you can just activate the Vendread Origin card and then get back whatever they sent to the graveyard to ritual summon. Sorry, I'm also looking at cards at the same time I was trying to tell my story. So many Cloudians, please. Oh, I didn't see what that bamboo sword was. Volcanic Shell. Okay, this is the one that we want. Once per turn, you can pay 500 life points. Add one Volcanic Shell from your deck to the hand. This card must be in the graveyard to activate and resolve this effect. Just meaning if it gets like DD Crowed, which we don't have in this game, it wouldn't resolve. But pay 500 life points. Add one Volcanic Shell from your deck to your hand. So you activate Blaze Accelerator, discard Volcanic Shell to pop a monster, get another Volcanic Shell to your hand at the cost of 500 life points, which isn't bad. Another Latinum. I'm really sad that the Dark Worlds didn't get, like, at least gold. Your opponent must play with their hand revealed. Play that. Play that, man. Dark Smog! Look, Raikou! Raikou the Lightsworn Hunter. I wish he was in the game. That would be the best flip effect monster, easy mode. Once per turn, you can target one monster in your opponent's graveyard. Discard one Fiend-type monster, and if you do, banish that target. So, this is where Dark Worlds get kind of confusing. They must be discarded for a card effect, and it can't be a cost. So anything that says, like Magic Jammer, it says, like, discard one card, semicolon, or period, semicolon, I'm pretty sure, negate the activation of magic card, or spell card, whatever generation of Yu-Gi-Oh! You're from. So this is actually all in effect. So you actually get to discard the one Fiend-type monster and banish the target that you targeted at the beginning of this card. So you get the effect of your Dark World, and I guess that would be how you make a Volcanic Shell not get its effect. I was just talking about how you need a DD Crow, but that's basically a DD Crow. Scar. Turbulence, Volcanic Rat, another... Okay, so we have our set of Blaze Accelerators at the very least. We need to get some Rockets, though. Oh, this is Sky Scout? Okay. So, back in the day, this card was called Harpy's Brother. I didn't know they changed the name on that card. Not that it's relevant. I guess that was for continuity with Japan. Its name is Frog the Jam, because his name is something else in Japan, and it makes him work with frog support if you call him Frog the Jam. So, change that. Cloudy and Squall, Mind on Air. Another Dark Nephthys, so that's pretty cool. I hate when it gives me that, and then it doesn't give me something shiny. Cybernetic Magician. This one came out in Cybernetic Revolution. I remember this. You discard one card to target one face of monster on the field. That target's attack becomes 2,000 until the end phase. So you can either use it to nerf an opponent's monster. So if they have like Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, you can't get over it. Summon Cybernetic Magician, discard a card. He's now 2,000. Or on your side of the field, you just flipped up your Crystal Seer and it only has 100 attack. Boom, discard one card, boost it to 2,000, 224, 2,000. That's game. So maybe Cybernetic Magician will see some play because that's a pretty decent effect. You could even use it on a token. Cloudy and Squall, blah, blah, blah. There we go. Are you guys ready for the Cybernetic Magician deck? Okay, what holo is this? Something good. No. Okay, we're playing Dark Nephthys, Cybernetic Magician, Beatdown, deck. Sky Scout. I'm calling it Harpy's Brother forever and ever. I don't think it'll ever come to a point where I see it in the game, but I'm calling it. What you got? If this card is destroyed by battle, special summon 2 Drak tokens. They are garbage. These tokens cannot be attributed for a tribute summon unless for a Drak monster. I think I'm more interested in Gwaiba. Beige. If this card is discarded to the graveyard by the card effect, special summon it from the graveyard. So you could use like Power of Dark, Yami. What was that? Bakura get? Not Yami Bakura. Was it Bakura? I don't know. One of them gets Power of Dark that's not Yugi, I'm pretty sure. Those are okay. Let's see what our Ultra Rare was. This is probably the worst Ultra, I'm pretty sure. Let's read it, just for the sake of reading it. This card cannot be destroyed by battle. If this card is in face-up defense position, destroy it. When this card declares an attack, change the battle position of all face-up monsters except Cloudians. Yeah, that's not good. We're not using that. Oh, that's so tempting. I'll probably do that off screen. Let's open, what do we have, 10, 11, 12 more packs? Let's open 12 more packs, and then we'll be getting on with it. I'll be making a deck later on with one of these. I don't know what yet. I got missed Archfiend again. Jarakara. Ooh, something shiny. Opticlops. Shien's Daredevil. What does this do? When this card is normal, someone place one Bushido counter on it. Okay, so this is where you're getting Bushido counters for that trap card we read earlier. This card gains 300 attack while it has a Bushido counter on it, so it becomes 19. It's like Breaker the Magical Warrior. Ooh, we need that card in the game. Once per turn, you can target one face-up monster or one face-up card on the field that you can place a Bushido counter on. Remove one Bushido counter from this card, so you can just move the Bushido counter. Volcanic Rocket! All right, we're on a roll. When this card is summoned, so special summoned, normal summoned, ritual summoned, you know, if you ritual summon Volcanic Rocket, we need to have a talk because that's illegal. But when this card is summoned, you can add one Blaze Accelerator card from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So you usually only run like one Blaze Accelerator and 3 Volcanic Rockets and 3 Shells. Woo! Back in the day, I had a deck. Ooh, another holo. Back in the day, I had a deck that used Frost and Flame Dragon, which is in the game. I only have one, though, so maybe that Mokuba event needs to come back. But I ran it with that, and then like Screech and Treeborn Frog and Mobius the Frost Monarch and Thestalos. Of course, we don't have all of those cards, but we do have some Fire Waters. Maybe that's the next deck. Kaiser Glider. What set did this come out? This came out in Dark Crisis as well. Cannot be destroyed by battle with a monster that has the same attack. And the big thing was that Jinzo was like, you ran a Jinzo and a Hades mainly, but one of my buddies actually ran Kaiser Glider because you could crash it into Jinzo and it wouldn't die. It cannot be destroyed by battle with a monster that has the same attack. If this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, target one monster on the field, bounce it, return it to the hand. So Kaiser Glider was kind of decent back in the day. It was tech. It was definitely tech. I didn't use it. Light Spiral. Look at this! This guy's cute. Rinyan. Target one monster in your graveyard, shuffle that target in your deck, then draw one card. Okay. So it lets you recycle your Lightsworns. Is this going to be an Ultra or Super? Direct Gaiba. Okay, so I got a little bit of everything I want. Gwaiba was awesome during Rescue Rabbit format. So when he destroys an opponent's monster by battle, you can special summon one direct monster with 1700 or less attack from your deck, but it cannot declare an attack this turn. So you just go for 3 Gwaibas, right? And that's what you ran in the deck. And he was able to XYZ summon Evelzor Lagia and Evelzor Dolka. And the cool thing was when we were running Rescue Rabbit in this format, we were using Dimensional Fissure. Oh my gosh. D-Fissure, Dimensional Fissure, and Macrocosmos. So it didn't matter that this guy didn't send him to the graveyard, which is why we ran it over Hydrogeddon, because Hydrogeddon lets you attack and then attack and then attack, and you get all 3 out, right? Well, Gwaiba makes you stop attacking after the first one, but it didn't have to send it to the graveyard, so it didn't interfere with our Macrocosmos. And D-Fissure. Little Yu-Gi-Oh! History. I'm chock full of it. Okay. I mean, I can't complain. That was like the best 10 packs we've opened yet. Look at that. Whew! I don't know if I need to reset this before I go and buy more, but not yet. Well, what do we have in here? Snow is really good. Would we run a Doomfire? Spell Striker is really good. I think I need to pick those up. Will I regret it if I reset it? Probably not. Or should I get the other Gaiba? Let's just get these 2 packs and I'll decide on my own. All right. After this, we'll go ahead and we will go over whatever I missed. Mind on Air, Ruby, and the last pack is not a holo. Turbulence, another Shell, and Dark Smog. So what do we get overall? Cards I own. I got 3 Nephthys. Got 1 Rocket, 1 Lila, 1 Gaiba. I got 2 Shells. I got 4 Accelerators. Okay, so let's look at this pack real quick. We'll go over the ultra rares and super rares, and if I see anything that catches my eye in the rares and commons, we'll go over that. So the ultra rares look pretty solid. I got the one that sucks, but you know, whatever. We have Gaia, Plate the Giant Earth. You can special summon this card by removing from play any 2 rock type monsters in your graveyard. Hey, we could run that with the Magnet Warriors and then bring him back with that super rare we got, huh? During your standby phase, remove from play 1 rock type monster in the graveyard or send this card to the graveyard. Have the attack and defense of any monster that battles with this card. Ooh. He could be good. He could be a cool deck. Cloudy Eye of the Typhoon we already went over. Volcanic Doomfire. This card cannot be normal summon or set. This card can only be special summoned by sending a face-up Tri-Blaze Accelerator you control to the graveyard. I'll read that after this one. During your opponent's battle phase, your opponent must attack this monster with any attack position monsters they control. When this card destroys a monster and sends it to the graveyard, send all monsters your opponent controls. Did I read that right? Destroy all monsters your opponent controls and inflict 500 damage to your opponent for each monster destroyed by this effect. We are playing a Volcanic deck. That's not even an option. Oh my gosh, that's good. I don't remember, like, in Duel Links it's good. Like, obviously when this came out in the actual game, I wasn't thinking these things. Snow, Unlight of Dark World, that was the other super rare that came in the Dark World structure deck I was talking about with Ceruli and Grafa, but we didn't get Grafa. That would be OP. If this card is discarded to the graveyard by a card effect, if it was discarded from your hand to your graveyard by an opponent's card effect, you can target 1 monster in your opponent's graveyard, add 1 Dark World card from your deck to your hand, then special summon that target, if any, in face-up defense position. So if this card is discarded to the graveyard by a card effect... Huh. That's weirded oddly. Worded weirdly. Weirded. Spell Striker, this came out, it was a promo, I think, in the 2007 Game Boy Advance game, but you can special summon this card from your hand by banishing 1 spell card from your graveyard. This card can attack directly. You take no battle damage from attacks involving this card. So that's Tribute Fodder. That's tributefodder.deck. That's all I got to say about that. Then we got Gem-Knight Master Diamond. Requires 3 Gem-Knight monsters. Must first be fusion summoned. This card gains 100 attack for each Gem-Knight monster in your graveyard. Once per turn, you can banish one level 7 or lower Gem-Knight fusion monster from your graveyard. Until the end phase, this card becomes... Okay, that's not good. It gains its name and its effects until the... Right? Until the end phase, this card's name becomes that monster's and replace the effects with that monster's original effects. That's not great. We got Forbidden Dress. So we got Forbidden Chalice a little bit ago. I don't know why this one's Ultra, but... Target 1 face-up monster on the field until the end of this turn. That target loses 600 attack, but cannot be targeted or destroyed by other card effects. I can see an argument for it, I guess. Dark World Lightning. Target 1 set card on the field, destroy that target, and then discard 1 card. So since that is after the semicolon, you get to special summon or activate the effect of whatever Dark World you discarded. Let's go over the Jirax. So you can't special summon this one off of Gaiba, but cannot be special summon, cannot be targeted by trap or monster effects. Huh. Once per turn, you can banish one direct monster with 1700 or less attack from the graveyard. This card gains 1000 attack until the end phase. That one's okay. I went over Kaiser Glider. We got a Ninja here, and this one's pretty cool because it has a Cyber Dragon effect. If your opponent controls a monster and you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. That's interesting to me. That's another tribute fodder looking deal to me. I'm not sure how I feel about that yet. It seems decent. His stats are not that great, and I think that's what's holding him back. We got a Jane, right? We did, and I went over that effect. I went over Ceruli. Then we have Prismarua, who I went over. Gem-Knight, Seraph Knight. If you play real Yu-Gi-Oh!, you definitely know what this card does. But we don't have Brilliant Fusion, I don't think. Pretty sure we don't have Brilliant Fusion. It requires one Gem-Knight monster and one Light monster. Must first be fusion summoned with the above fusion material monsters. During the main phase, you can normal summon set one monster in addition to your normal summon set. You can only gain this effect once per turn. So he's a very good card, especially in real Yu-Gi-Oh! Banish two monsters from your graveyard, then target one face-up attack position monster on the field. Its attack becomes 0 until the end of this turn. That's Ghosts from the Past. I think this one came out in, judging on the art, I think it came out with the Battle Pack sets. But that's it for the holos. Here's one of the other Dark Worlds, Rainbow. If this card is discarded from your hand to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect, special summon it from the graveyard. When this card is special summoned this way, destroy all monsters your opponent controls or all spell and traps they control. So Ceruli would be a good way to get your opponent to discard your card, but I don't know what other cards we've gotten that would do that. There's Latinum. What else? We got 6 of this guy. Hammerer. Volcanic Hammer. Once per turn, you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to the number of volcanic monsters in your graveyard times 200. It's okay. Activate this. Okay, cannot attack this turn if you use that effect. Nope. That's a hard pass. Here's another card we didn't get all of. Topaz. Gem-Knight Topaz, Gem-Knight Tourmaline, and one Gem-Knight monster. Must first be fusion summoned with the above fusion materials. This card can attack twice during each battle phase. At 1800, that's pretty okay. When this card destroys an opponent monster by battle and sends it to the graveyard, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the attack of the destroyed monster in the graveyard. Okay. That can get out of hand real quick. And I think that's it. We have all the commons. Pretty sure. Wait. Yeah, we got Shire. Yeah, so that's the set. So it looks like we got some Cloudian, we have Lightsworn now. We got Volcanics, which looks super promising to me. There's a little bit of rock support. You got Dark Nephthys, which I'd be surprised if it didn't do something in the meta. There's some cool niche cards in here like Cybernetic Magician. So I'm going to open some more packs of these, but I just wanted to go over the set with you guys and crack open a couple packs for myself. But yeah, go ahead and leave a like down below if you enjoy this kind of content. I know you guys are liking the Duel Links content, so I appreciate the support on those. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I do Duel Links all the time. I mean, at this point, it's just like every day. So maybe I'll keep that up if I see the support for it. But thank you so much for your support. That's all I got for today. Hope you guys have an awesome day. Later!